Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Brendalyn, and today I'm going to be guiding you through a flow to help open your solar plexus chakra. The solar plexus chakra is your third chakra. It is located in the area of your upper abdomen, and it represents energy, confidence, and self-determination. There's also an element of fire with the solar plexus chakra that represents transformation, passion, and willpower. So today during our flow, we are going to be focusing on asana that helps to open this area up and get you in touch with your solar plexus. So today for your practice, feel free to grab some props if you need. Today I'm going to be using a bolster, so I invite you to grab one yourself. If you would like to use blocks instead, that's fine as well. But if you need, just make sure to place those props near you so that you have them during your practice. And we're going to get started in a kneeling position, or if that's not working for you, an easy seated position, crossing at your ankles, just resting your hands at your knees, allowing yourself to get settled into your space. Just noticing how your body is grounded and rooted, connected to your mat. Take your focus to your breath. Take a deep inhale through your nose. Exhale through your nose. Again, deep breath in, filling up your lungs. Inhale. Through your nose, exhale. Again, deep breath in through your nose. As you exhale through your nose, let something go. So we're going to come around here, facing towards the top of your mat in a half supine. The right leg comes long, you're bending at your left knee. The left sole of your foot is on the inside of your right thigh. Take an inhale, bring both arms up and over your head. And as you exhale, fold forward for a half forehead to knee pose. Stretching the fingertips to either side of your right foot. As you lengthen through the spine, extend through the crown of your head, stretch it towards your toes. As you bend at your elbows, keeping them close towards your calves. Releasing from here, take an inhale, bring both arms up and over your head. As you exhale, rest them down towards your sides. Now with your left knee, start to lift it. Bring the left sole of your foot to your mat, still on the inside of your right thigh. So now from here, we're going to come into a Marishi twist. So you have a couple of options here. Keeping the right arm kickstanded behind you, take an inhale, bring the left arm up and over your head. And as you exhale, bring the left elbow on the inside of your left knee. You have the option to twist towards your right, gazing to the right side over your right shoulder. Or you have the option to bind into your Marishi twist. You can extend the left elbow and then start to wrap the left arm behind you. With the right hand, wrap it behind you. Interlace the right fingers with the left. Turning towards your right, opening your chest. Lengthening the spine, sucking your navel back and up. And releasing from here, we're going to bring that to the opposite side. Left leg stretches long, bend at your right knee, bring the right sole to the inside of your left thigh. Take an inhale, bring both arms up and over your head. And as you exhale, fold forward, bringing the hands down to either side of your left foot. As you lengthen through the spine, trying to reach the crown of your head towards your toes. Release the left foot. Take an inhale, bring both arms up and over your head. Exhale, rest them down to your sides. We're going to come into our Marishi twist on this leg. So lift the right knee, stamp the right sole of your foot on the inside of your left thigh. Keep the left arm kickstanded behind you. Take an inhale, lift the right arm long up and over your head. And as you exhale, twist to your left as you bring the right elbow on the inside of your right knee. Sucking the navel back and up, nice strong core. Shining your light towards the left side of the room. Feel free to keep the elbow where it is or come into a bind as you extend the right arm, wrapping it behind you. Bringing the left arm behind you, left fingertips come to meet your right. Pulling the left shoulder back just a little bit more, opening your chest. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, release from here, unbind yourself. Send the right leg long and out in front of you. So from here, bending at your knees. If you need to, you can come up onto the knees first and then sit your hips in between your heels. Now this is where I'm going to bring in my bolster. So stacking it behind me, underneath the spine. We're going to start to transition into a hero pose. So walking the upper body back to rest along the bolster. Shining the chest and the abdomen up towards the ceiling. And keep the arms nice and long towards your sides. If you need to open up the knees, if that feels more comfortable, adding some support here, feel free to do so and adjust yourself. You can keep the arms long towards your sides or bring them up and over your head. Notice how your abdomen is lifting like a natural human bridge. Notice how your chest is open. Just imagine a yellow light of fire. Just slowly spinning from your abdomen, generating heat, emitting your energy into the media area around you. Breathing here, take an inhale through your nose. Exhale through your nose. Again, deep breath in through your nose. Exhale through your nose. Slowly starting to lift up from here, using your elbows and your forearms to slowly push your upper body up and away from your mat. Removing your bolster or your block to the side, then coming towards the back of your mat. Sitting your hips down in towards your heels, hands cup in the centers of your feet right below your heels. Take a deep breath in, lengthen through your spine, open your chest, send your shoulders back and behind you. Tuck your chin to your chest, and as you exhale, begin to slowly dive forward. Bringing your forehead down towards the mat, still gripping onto your feet. And start to lift the hips up for a rabbit pose. Feeling that bend in your spine. As you continue to lift the hips up, keep the heels nice and close together. And if you're noticing a gap between your knees and your forehead, start to walk your knees closer to your forehead. Peel the shoulders back and away from your ears. Feel that lengthening in your spine. And as you exhale, lower your hips back and towards your heels with your chin still tucked to your chest. Slowly start to roll up. That is the last thing to lift. For the blood recirculating through your spine, we're going to start to come down onto your belly. So sitting the legs back long behind you. We're going to come into a crocodile pose, so stacking one forearm on top of the other. Just rest your forehead on top. Keep the legs glued long behind you. Just finding a slight arch into the back, noticing how your belly is rubbing onto your mat. Feel that compression there. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, release the forearms to your sides. Bring your chin down to the center of your mat. Still keeping the legs glued long and behind you. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, bind the fingertips behind you. Start to lift the legs and peel your shoulders back. Shine your chest forward as you gaze up and towards the ceiling. Strengthening the spine, compressing the belly. Take another inhale. Exhale as you release. Bring your right cheek down towards the mat. Gaze to your left. Releasing any tension or gripping in your legs, allowing your heels to roll out towards your sides. Take an inhale. Bring your chin back to the center of your mat. And as you exhale, bring your palms underneath your shoulders. Start to push yourself up and away from your mat. Slowly going to come into a malasana squat. So stepping your right foot out to the edge of your mat and then your left. Use your elbows to push your knees out and back as you bring your palms to a heart center. Feeling your hips as they open here, neutralizing through your spine. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, bring your palms down and towards your mat. Start to heel toe your feet together as you come into a forward fold. Add a soft bend into your knees. Relax your head as you gaze backwards. Take an inhale, halfway lift. Extend through your knees. Bring your hands towards your shins. As you shift your weight forward into the balls of your feet, straighten out your spine as you roll the shoulders backwards. And as you exhale, forward fold. Bring that bend back into your knees. Relax your head and let it hang. We're coming into a low lunge. So step the right foot back and ease the left foot forward. Just inching it in front of you until the left knee is over top of your left ankle. Right leg is extended long behind you. Right heel is lifted. Now breathing from here, engage with your breath. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, modified pyramid pose, lengthen the left leg. If you need to, step the right ball of your foot closer towards your heel, maybe about 6 inches. Keep the right heel lifted. Extend the forehead long, guiding it towards your left knee. Sucking your navel back in towards your spine, compressing your belly, noticing how this feels. The back side of your left leg. Bring your right hip in line with the left. Just noticing how this feels in the back side of your left leg. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold. Bring your palms to the center of the mat, maybe walking the toes out just a little bit wider as they point out to a 45-degree angle. You can keep the palms in the center of your mat or guide them back and towards your outer ankles. Folding at your elbows, keeping the forearms close towards your shins. Now shifting your weight forward into the balls of your feet. Maybe trying to touch your forehead towards your mat. Nice. From wherever you are, start to guide your palms back into the center of your mat. On your next inhale, low lunge. Walk your palms back to the front of your mat. Pivot your toes to face back forward, still lifting out of your right heel. Re-engaging with your breath. Taking a deep breath in, high crescent lunge. Lift your chest away from your left thigh. Left knee is over your left ankle. Keep the right heel lifted. We're going to find some balance while we're here. So still breathing. And as you exhale, airplane arms, sweep the arms down and back behind you with the palms facing downwards and towards your mat. We're going to find some balance here. So as you inhale, one-legged mountain pose, push off of the right ball of your foot as you balance onto the left sole. Lift the right knee out in front of you at a 90-degree angle. Your right thigh is parallel towards your mat. And as you exhale, figure four pose. Fold the right ankle over your left knee as you start to sink your hips. You'll notice how your right hip is opening as your right knee falls down and out. You can keep the arms up and over your head, or you can bring them down to a heart center. Can you sit just a little bit lower in your figure four pose? Allow that right hip to open just a little bit more. Inhale, one-legged mountain pose. Nice and strong stance, nice strong locked left leg. And as you exhale, bring the right elbow down towards your side. Still finding our balance while we're here. Kick the right knee up and behind you to grab your right foot on the inside with your right hand. Keeping the right knee to the left knee, pelvis press forward, keep the left arm up and over your head. Take another inhale. And as you exhale, dancer pose, using the left arm to help guide your upper body down and forward as the right toes kick up and back behind you. The more you kick and stretch, the more you can stay here longer. So you're kicking and stretching simultaneously. The balance is in the kick behind you as you stretch the left fingertips forward just a little bit more. Nice work. Take an inhale, bring the arms up and over your head, bring the right knee back to meet the left. And as you exhale, bring your right foot down towards the mat. Take an inhale, bring both arms up and over your head. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And as you exhale, bring it through your chaturanga. You're going to bring both palms down and towards your mat for a high plank. As you exhale, lower. Tuck the toes behind you. Inhale, upward facing dog. Keep the knees and your thighs lifted. Gaze up and towards the ceiling. Exhale, downward facing dog. Nice, we're going to switch that to the opposite side. So take an inhale, down dog kick. Lift the right leg high. Keep the right hip in line with your left as you square the right toes down and towards your mat. And as you exhale, low lunge, step the right foot forward underneath your right knee. And as you inhale, modified pyramid. Lengthen the right knee. You can step the left toes in maybe about 6 inches or so, keeping the left heel lifted behind you. Bring the left hip in line with your right, square the hips forward. And as you lower your chest closer towards your thigh, directing your forehead to your knee. Pulling up your belly, navel towards your spine to close that gap between your chest, forehead, and your right leg. Notice that lengthening on this right side in comparison to how it felt on your left. Take another deep breath in. And exhale, wide-legged forward fold. Pivot towards the center of your mat. This time we're on the opposite side. So pointing the toes out at a 45-degree angle. If your forehead is already touching towards the mat, maybe walking out the legs a little bit wider. You can keep your palms at the center or bring them towards your outer ankles. Either way, shift your weight forward into the balls of your feet, maybe touching the top of your head towards your mat. Nice and juicy stretch here. Release the palms. If they've left the center of your mat, slowly bring them back. Take an inhale, low lunge. Walk the palms towards your right foot. Bend into your right knee. Keep the left heel lifted behind you. Going to lift the chest from here. Take an inhale, high crescent lunge. Arms up and over your head. And as you exhale, crescent with airplane arms. Sweep the arms down and back behind you, bringing them out to the sides like wings. Gazing right above the top of your mat, finding that non-moving focal point. As we come into balance on this side, take an inhale, one-legged mountain pose. Lift off of the left ball of your foot. As you balance onto your right, lift the left knee, keep it folded at a 90-degree angle. Left thigh is parallel towards your mat. As you exhale, figure forward, fold the left ankle over your right knee as you sink your hips. Either keeping the arms up and above your head or bringing them down to a heart center. As you maybe allow your hips to sink about 2 inches deeper. Allow the left hip to open just a little bit wider. Nice and strong core here. Lift your chest. Nice. Take an inhale, one-legged mountain pose. And as you exhale, bring the left elbow towards your sides. Kick the left calf behind you. Grab the inside of your left foot with all 5 fingers touching. Keep the right arm up and above your head. Take an inhale, stretch the fingertips towards the ceiling. Lift up and out of your waist. And as you exhale, bring the upper body down and forward as you kick the left toes back and up. Simultaneously kicking and stretching on this side. Find your balance here. The harder you kick into your left foot, back into your hand, and stretch your right fingertips forward. You can stay here as long as you'd like. On your next inhale, slowly lifting your chest. Bring the left knee back to meet your right. And as you exhale, release the left foot. Bring both arms down and towards your sides. Release and let it go. Allow yourself to wiggle it out. Take an inhale, bring both arms up and over your head. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands to your shins. Keep a nice flat back. And as you exhale, flow it through your final chaturanga. Bring both palms down in towards your mat. Take your chaturanga your way. Now to land this plane, take an inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, bend at your knees. Bring your hips down and towards your heels. Bring the legs out and in front of you. Palms down towards your sides. Start to turn your palms inward so your fingertips are facing the opposite end of your mat. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, push down into the soles of your foot as you lift the pelvis up and away from your mat, allowing the head and neck to drop behind you, or reverse plank pose. Nice and squeeze glutes, engaged core. Bring yourself back to that yellow light. Imagine all of the strength and confidence you have gathered within you, allowing you to charge forth to your goals and your dreams. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, lower down and towards your mat. Coming on to the knees, bring your hips towards your heels. Finding the fingertips behind you. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, tuck your chin to your chest. Start to dive forward. Bring your forehead down and towards your mat. As you do, roll through the shoulders as you lift the arms up and behind you. Elbows and wrists are extended as you allow them to roll all the way forward.
tracing down towards the front of your mat. Feel that opening in your shoulders, sucking the navel back towards your spine, compressed belly on top of your thighs. On your next inhale, slowly start to lift up, unroll the shoulders, keep the chin tucked to your chest, lifting vertebrae by vertebrae. Head is the last thing to rise. And as you exhale, let it go. We're going to reverse back onto the spine, coming back down and on to your mat into a happy baby pose, lifting both feet, facing them towards the ceiling. You can find your peace fingers to grip at your big toes. Rest your elbows on the insides of your knees. Slowly rock from side to side like a happy baby. Just enjoying this movement, how it feels here. As you massage out your back, you can also add some ninja baby kicks. Extend the right knee and then your left. From your center, take a deep breath in. And exhale, final resting posture. Bring both legs long and your arms to your sides. Allow yourself to take some space. Allow the toes to roll out to the sides, palms facing upwards towards the ceiling. Maybe fluttering your eyes closed. Just scan through your body, noticing how you feel at this moment. Just noticing how your body feels at the end of your practice in comparison to the beginning. Before we close our practice, I would like to leave you with some affirmations to help open your solar plexus chakra. I am confident and empowered to take action towards my goals. I trust my inner strength and embrace my personal power. I am capable, worthy, and deserving of success and happiness. Floating your awareness back into your body, just adding some gentle movements here. Wiggling out your ankles and your wrists, fingers and your toes. Rock your head from side to side. And rolling into a fetal position on your favorite side. Just rest your head on top of your bottom forearm. And pushing up into a seated position. You can either come into hips down towards your mat and crossing at your ankles, or you can bring your hips down towards your heels. Either resting your hands at your knees or bringing them to touch at your heart center. My friends, I want to thank you so much for joining me on the mat and learning about your solar plexus chakra with me. May you be happy and may you be healthy and always know how to tap in to find the strength to accomplish your deepest dreams, goals, and desires. The light in me honors the light in you, and I can't wait to see you next time. Let's take a bow. Namaste. All right, friends, make sure you comment. Let me know what you liked about this video and what you would like to see more of. Also, if you have not already, make sure you subscribe, like this video,
share it with a friend, and I will see you on the mat next time. Peace.